Elvis Costello has a new album on the way, and it has nothing to do with rock. At least that's what he told me when he gave me a Twitter smackdown this week. Find out what happened next on Track by Track. Hey everybody, my name's Kyle and this is Track by Track, music reviews, news, and commentary. Thanks for tuning in today, and if this is your first time here, please take a second to click subscribe so that you won't miss future reviews and more. Of the many artists in my music collection, there's perhaps no one I respect more than Elvis Costello. He's one of the most intelligent, cultured, versatile, witty, and articulate musicians that I've ever heard, and in my opinion, he's one of the greatest living songwriters in the world. I've got a pretty extensive collection of his music in my library here, and in a way, he's been watching over me on every video I make. So it should go without saying that any hint of new music from the man gets me excited, and when details about his upcoming album leaked out earlier this week, I jumped at the chance to share them on Track by Track. If you didn't see that video, I'll link to it in the description below. Today, the details from my video were confirmed with the official announcement that Look Now will be released as expected on October 12th. It's the same info that I included in my video on Monday, which I shared with this tweet. After cancer surgery, Elvis Costello is back with a new album, Look Now, his first rock album in 10 years. Alright, so the thing is, I don't think Elvis Costello was very happy about me jumping the gun on the album announcement. At the very least, he took issue with me calling it a rock album, and he let me know in this reply on Twitter. It has nothing to do with rock. Unless you mean Edinburgh rock, which is delicious. If you'd had a little patience, you could have waited until Friday for a song or two. Instead, you're just plain wrong. It's easy to be quick. It's not so easy to be smart. Okay, whoa. Elvis Costello just smacked me down on Twitter. Elvis Costello just smacked me down on Twitter! I mean, this guy has tweeted just 4 times in the past week, and one of them was to put me in my place. I mean, wow, I'm honored, I guess. Heck, even Variety included a paragraph about the tweet in their coverage of the new album announcement today. That's Hollywood, baby! Seriously though, he is correct that when I shared the news about the new album, I technically hadn't heard the new music yet and was perhaps jumping to conclusions to say that it was a rock album just because for the first time since 2008, it was an album credited to Elvis Costello and the Imposters. But in my defense, I was using the word rock in the broadest sense possible. I'd say that 90% of Elvis Costello's music has been rock music, and I think most fans would primarily categorize him that way as an artist. And it's also worth noting that while I hadn't heard any of the recordings from this new album yet, I have heard some of the songs. Look Now includes a variety of songs that have popped up in Costello's live shows over the years, but until now had yet to be recorded for an album. One of the first singles officially released today is a perfect example. Unwanted Number has been around for more than 20 years. You can find a live recording of him singing it in concert on YouTube. It was also recorded by a girl group called For Real and included on the soundtrack to the 1996 film Grace of My Heart. And guess what? It's a rock song. Not necessarily a rocking song like with heavy guitars and drums, but if you had to classify it under one of the primary musical genres, rock, country, R&B, jazz, classical, it's a rock song. So why does it matter? Maybe it doesn't. But to be fair, Elvis Costello has released music in all of those genres. He's really quite a musical chameleon. So to that end, a little bit of categorization seems appropriate. I would not, for example, call his last 2 albums rock music. There's a few more rocking songs on National Ransom, but most of that album and Secret Profane and Sugarcane are more country, bluegrass, or Americana. And you know, that's just not to everyone's musical taste. They weren't my favorite Elvis Costello albums. I liked them okay, but I've been looking forward to hearing him get back to the rock genre. So, now that I have heard the first 2 official singles from the new album, I will refrain from calling them rock at the artist's request. And in a narrower sense of the word, I will concede that these songs have, in Mr. Costello's words, nothing to do with rock. But maybe they're pop songs? But look, this is ultimately just the age-old semantic debate. What is rock music? What is pop music? I tend to use those terms fairly interchangeably, but other people would say that they're 2 completely different things. Maybe Elvis Costello has made a pop album. For the record, I did invite him to come on the show to talk about his new music, and I'll let you know if he decides to take me up on the offer. In the meantime, I encourage you to check out the first 2 singles from the new Elvis Costello album. Both Under Lime and Unwanted Number are available now on your favorite streaming services. I like both of these songs a lot, and they definitely get me excited to hear more music in this particular genre, whatever you choose to call it. Now, before I wrap things up, there's one more thing that I want to say about the brilliant Elvis Costello, and that is that I very sincerely wish him good health. The 63-year-old musician was treated for a cancerous malignancy recently and had to cancel some of his concert dates to recover. I'm certainly relieved that his condition was not more serious and that he was able to bounce back as quickly as he has. I wish him many, many cancer-free years of continued musical creativity in whatever genres he chooses to explore or invent. Once again, my name's Kyle, and this has been Track by Track. If you liked this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, plus check out some of these other videos below that I think you might also enjoy. And of course, be sure to subscribe, because true music fans always want new releases the day they come out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.